When I started college, I remember feeling far behind. At the beginning, I joined the class late. I looked around and felt as if everyone understood what was going on except me. I was distressed. I thought, can I really do this? There was even a time I went to my department head and said, I did not think I could continue with the course I was studying. That's the truth. And I'm saying this because sometimes when people see the end of a person's story, they assume the beginning was easy. It was not. There was one particular course I struggled with, structures. The first time I had to retake the exam. Then I struggled again. And at a point, I had to sit with myself. Not the kind of sitting where you just feel sorry for yourself. Not the kind where you blame the lecturer or blame the school or blame your background or blame everyone around you. No. I mean, I really sat with myself. I asked myself, Mobolaji, why are others passing and I am struggling? We're in the same class. We're hearing the same lectures. Are they better than me? No. So what's the difference? And the answer was painful. I was sailing along, just sailing along. I had ambition, I had intelligence, I had drive, but I had not taken ownership. I was attending classes, yes, but I was not building with intention. I was moving, but I had not really asked myself what kind of life I was constructing. And I think that's one of the most dangerous things you can do when you're young. Because drifting does not always look dangerous at first. It looks normal. It looks like I'm still figuring life out. I'm young. It looks like, let me just enjoy myself. It looks like there's still time. It looks like everybody's doing it. But drifting has a cost. When you drift, anything can carry you. Pressure can carry you. Friends can carry you. Fear can carry you. A relationship can carry you. Social media can carry you. Family expectations can carry you. Even culture can carry you. But when you're building, you ask questions. Where's this taking me? Who am I becoming? Is this habit helping my future or weakening me? Is this relationship building me or reducing me? Is this job growing me or trapping me? Is this friendship making me better or making me smaller? Am I choosing this because it is right or because I'm just afraid? That was what changed things for me. I decided I was not going to keep struggling with that course. So I went back to the basics. I started from scratch. I learned it again. I understood it properly. And by the time I returned to sit for the exam, I was teaching my co-reciters, the other people retaking the same course. The same course that once intimidated me became something I could explain to other people. That was not humiliation. That was preparation. And I want someone to hear this clearly. Sometimes the thing that embarrasses you today is the same thing God will use to give you depth tomorrow. Sometimes your struggle is not proof that you're finished. Sometimes it is proof that you need to stop sailing along and start building intentionally. And maybe this is where you are right now. You're not lazy. You're not unintelligent. You're not useless. You may just be sailing along in an area where God is asking you to take ownership. The second thing I would tell myself is this. Your 20s are foundation years. Let me speak to you as an architect for a moment. Before people admire a building, something hidden has already determined whether that building will stand. The foundation. Before the beauty, there's the foundation. Before the height, there's the foundation. Before the roof, there's the foundation. Before the decoration, the interiors, there's the foundation. A building's foundation determines what load it can carry, how high it can go, how long it can stand, whether it will crack under pressure, whether it will survive seasons. And life is not very different. You may not feel a weak foundation at 23. You may not even feel it at 25. You may not feel it when everybody is clapping, yes, and saying, yeah, you're doing well. But pressure reveals foundations. Work will test it. Marriage will test it. Money will test it. Success will test it. Failure will test it. Waiting will test it. Disappointment will test it. Responsibility will test it. That's why your 20s matter. Your 20s are not just waiting years. They are not empty years. They're not careless years. They are foundation years. Every relationship you choose, every habit you tolerate, every belief you accept, every compromise you normalize, every decision you keep postponing, every way you relate with God, these are not small things. They're structural decisions. And the danger is that small decisions do not always look structural when you're making them. A small habit, a small compromise, a small friendship, a small lie to yourself, a small delay, a small distance from God. But small things repeated over time become systems. And systems become lives. So when people say, enjoy your 20s, I agree. Enjoy them. I enjoyed mine. I did. Laugh, explore, learn, travel if you can, make friends, try things, gather experience, but do not confuse being carefree with being careless. Carefree means you have room to grow. Careless means you're ignoring what your life is becoming. There's a difference. And many people do not know they were being careless until the cost becomes higher. The habit you tolerated at 22 can become the battle you fight at 42. The relationship you entered casually at 24 can become the pain you carry at 44. The career path you accepted without thinking can become the life you feel trapped inside later. The distance from God you called freedom can become confusion when you need direction. So if I were in my 20s again, I would take my foundation more seriously. Not fearfully, seriously. Because I know that small decisions are not always small. Small decisions are load-bearing.